Hey guys, welcome to our first budgeting video.
Welcome.
So we've been wanting to do this for a little while.
Yep.
And we're finally doing it.
Yes.
So if you haven't listened to episode 18 yet, I say yet, because you should go back and listen to episode 18.
Yeah, loveultimately.com/18.
Yes. Go back and listen to it because in it we discuss and we talk about our financial goal that we want to reach by December 19.
Yeah.
It's an ambitious goal. It's a big goal.
Yeah. It's pretty big.
Yeah, but we really think that we're confident that we can achieve it because of the way that we work with our budget.
Yeah.
Because of the transparency and clarity we have of our numbers.
Yeah, and because obviously we've done a bit of work to raise our income to a certain level as well.
Yes.
To be able to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the goal that we have is that by December 19, we want to have $30,000 worth of savings.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do our fortnightly budget nights with you on video.
Exactly.
So we want you to follow along with us as we plot our numbers, as we plot our categories, and to see, where maybe we take out when we're not reaching the goal that we need to reach, or where maybe, where we allocate our numbers pretty much.
Yeah, and the way we're going to do this is that we plan to actually do it a bit differently so you guys can follow along. So we're going to be actually doing a budget based on an income, a yearly income of about $63,000, and we're going to break it down by fortnight. And the reason we want to do that is that we worked out that if we can stick to $63,000 budgeted income, that if we can stick to that, we're actually going to be able to hit our goal of $30,000 a year for the year.
Yep.
So we're super pumped about that. We're actually really excited because it's new for us as well. Doing this whole, we're going actually showing you guys how we do the budget is something new for us. So when we run through it, we're going to be able to see what we categorize. You're going to be able to see what we categorize, what we do, how we do it, why we do it.
The conversations that we have.
The conversations that we have. And yeah, pretty much the bits and pieces to make it happen. Because as we know, because of our journey, it's not easy to budget sometimes, when you're, especially now when we have a kid and you have a family, it's tough, but we know that it's possible to budget quite well to be able to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. So yeah, let's get going, let's do it. We're super excited about it and we hope that you are too.
So the Excel spreadsheet that we're going to use, it was actually a free resource that we gave in episode 9. Yes. So if you want to follow along with your spouse and you want to give it a go, if you haven't started your budgeting journey yet, go to loveultimately.com/9, download the free resource and follow along. You'll see that it's already got preset categories, but you'll see as we go along, we won't fill in every category because they're not relevant to us.
Yeah, you can change the categories. They're not fixed or anything like that. They're just there for your reference and just to give you a bit of a head start. But yeah, you can go ahead and change those as well. And
then the other thing is that you'll see that we're pretty confident in the numbers that we're plotting, but that's because we've done the work already at looking at our expenses, looking at, bringing down some of our costs.
Yeah.
So if you are starting, listen to the earlier episodes in the podcast because we talk about, looking at your expenses, looking at your bank statement. We talk about bringing down your bills. We talk about how we stick to $160 in groceries. We talk about things that we overspend on. We talk about things that can actually help you in your budgeting journey.
Yeah.
So download the resource and follow along with us, with your spouse, if that's what you intend to do.
Okay, let's do it.
So you'll see that one of the first categories that we allocate money into is our tithes. So we give 10% of our fortnightly household salary to our local church.
Yep.
So 10% for our current budget that we're currently working on would be?
$243.35.
Okay.
Roughly. So we'll put 2434.
So the next one is our, it's what's classified as mortgage or rent. So we currently rent, so we don't pay mortgage. So our fortnightly rent is $660.
Oh yeah, so we're doing fortnightly, so just change that. Taking a pay fortnightly. So you can see here, we've put in income number 1 and income number 2. So yeah, next one.
So the next one is rent?
Yeah, rent, yep.
Which is $660?
Yes, so it's $660 a fortnight.
So the next one?
Next one's electricity. So electricity, we allow for electricity, $78 a fortnight.
Internet is $40.
Yeah, so we pay $8 a month for internet here, which is a bit expensive, but it's actually cheap for our area. Well, it's the best option for our area, just because it's reliable.
Yeah.
So, and then for
phones,
we allow $42.50 a fortnight. Alright, so the next one is...
Next column is groceries.
Yeah, groceries.
So this pay period, we don't have to host my family or your family for family dinners. So it's just purely our groceries.
Yeah, so we don't have to host any family dinners this fortnight.
It's $160.
Okay. Because we're going to be pretty tight, and then just know we are going to be restaurants.
Let's leave that to the end.
Yeah, it's the end. Okay.
Leave it to the end. Let's just do the essentials.
Right. Any clothing for us or for?
I don't need anything.
No. Don't worry about that. So petrol. So we allow $250. Just because my work, I need to drive around a lot. Repairs and tyres. So repairs and tyres, I allow, we allow $60 per car per fortnight. Now, with repairs and tyres, we just allow a certain amount of money, just in case, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We allow money for the regular services, because it's one of the things that we said it before in our podcast, is that it's very predictable. You know, a lot of people don't allocate any funds just for your car, and it's your most important form of transportation normally.
Yeah.
So you have to allow it, because you're definitely going to break down one day. You're definitely going to need new tires. You're definitely going to need to service your car.
You need to take care of your car, because in the end, it's what you're out and about with.
Yeah, and eventually it's probably going to cost you more if you don't.
Very true.
Put the money into it now. So we allow that for that every fortnight. So that's $120 a fortnight for 2 cars. Tolls. So we have it on the category licenses, taxes, and tolls. For tolls, we currently put aside $50 a fortnight, and that covers us usually for any toll usage that we have in both vehicles. So we'll add $50 there. All right, so the next one is car registrations. So for the 2 cars that we have, we allow $65 a fortnight for that. So I'll add that in right now.
And again, that's another one that people don't really put aside money for.
Yeah.
But it's a predictable expense. You know that it's going to come.
Yeah.
You usually know exactly when it's going to come.
Yeah. So medical health, we don't need anything for that. No, it's all good. Cool. So insurances, for auto insurance, we allow $33 a fortnight, and that covers both of us. So the next category is miscellaneous. So we have a few things here that we can go through. So the first of them is childcare. So we have Benny going to childcare
2 days a week.
2 days a week.
So we've got a pretty hectic setup there. He's with his grandparents the other days of the week.
Yeah.
We both work full time.
Yeah. So we allow $138.80 for that. That's how much we have to pay for the 2 days that he's there a week. For a fortnight.
So the 4 days a fortnight.
Yeah. The next one I have there is gym. So if you've heard episode 18, this is one of the ones that I have to really fight for at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been going lately, and Giselle's giving me an ultimatum to actually get it done. So if I don't go, it's out of the line items.
$30 back into our pockets.
Correct. So in here, we also talked about we need to wash our cars this week. Both of them. Car wash.
And we know that there's one particular car wash that we go to a little bit outside our area, but we usually pass it.
Yeah.
That's a really good car wash. It's like, what, $14?
$14 each car, yeah.
So it's $28. So if we're allowed 30?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, about 30. Alright, so anything else that we need in this category?
Gifts.
Yeah, gifts, yeah.
So birthday gifts, as we've mentioned, what we do is we sit down at the start of the year, or even at mid-year, or you can even do it now.
Yeah.
And you look at the amount of birthdays that you have left of the year, because you know whose birthday you'll be invited to. You know who you have to buy birthday presents for.
Yeah. So
we look at that. So we know, for example, in this fortnight, we've got 2 birthdays.
Yeah.
And the immediate family. So Brian's dad and Brian's sister.
Yeah.
So earlier in the year, we set a budget that we want to allocate for gifts.
Yeah.
And then we times that by the amount of gifts that we have to buy, and then we divide that by the amount of fortnights. And that's how we get to the number that we've got here, which is $45.
Yeah. So yeah, 45 bucks, put it in there.
So gifts you've put in.
Yep.
Baby stuff.
Baby stuff.
So Benny needs new nappies this pay period.
Yep.
So if you allocate 20 bucks to that.
Yep. So new nappies, is that all you need?
Yes, he doesn't need wipes, he doesn't need pseudo cream.
So 20 bucks, that's it.
There is another baby line item that I might throw in there, but I'm just going to wait to see what we end up on to see whether we put it in or not.
Okay. So 20 bucks for baby stuff for nappies.
Yep.
No bag fees. We do have a few iTunes stuff. And
so we do have a few personal subscriptions that we put in.
Yep.
But that's because we're at a point now with our budget that we have the luxury to put it in.
Yeah.
Because if you do your budget and it's coming up red, these should be the first things that you knock out.
Yeah.
Because they're not really necessities; they're just luxuries.
Yeah.
So we have iTunes.
Yeah.
So we quite frequently listen to music at home and while we're driving around.
Yeah.
We have Audible, which we mentioned in episode 18 as well, because Brian listens to books on the way to work because it's quite a long commute to work.
Yeah. And we have iCloud storage as well for any extra cloud storage that we need as well, because we have a lot of stuff on our machines. So that's pretty much the main kind of things that we have there. So iTunes Music, Audible, iCloud storage. That's it. Yeah. So I'll add those in. So I'll put actually Audible here. And so for Audible, it ends up being about $16.50 a month. So I'll put that there. So a fortnight, $8.25. iTunes is, I think it's 12 bucks a month. So $6 a fortnight for us. And then iCloud storage. It's about $5, so it's about $2.50 a fortnight. Cool. Anything else we need for that? We need to add in some subscriptions that we have. So we have a few subscriptions outside of just the normal iTunes and Audible and iCloud storage. So we've just collated them together and we'll just put in subscriptions. And it ends up being, for those subscriptions, it's $12, about 14 bucks. That's 14 bucks a fortnight.
Okay, so the few extras that come in at the end.
Yeah.
Number one,
yep.
Giselle needs to get her eyebrows done this pay period.
Yep.
So I know for sure that is $30.
Yep. So we'll put it in here. I might move this up a little. Move these up. So Giselle, eyebrows, wax.
Yep.
30 bucks.
Yep.
All right, 30 bucks.
Giselle needs to go to the dentist. And I've already done a bit of research.
Yeah.
That's $99.
Yeah.
We need to have a date night.
Okay, so that's recreation.
Yeah.
So we're going to the last column. So this is like we're adding into entertainment, any recreation, any extras that we can add in. So we just allocate them where they need to go to what categories they need to go to as well.
Yeah.
So we should do that. So date night. All right, put it in here. Yeah.
So if we allow maybe 40?
Sure.
That's my belly.
Yep, so 40 bucks a date night?
Yep. Brake lights?
Oh, yeah.
So lights for the car. So Brian's car needs new brake lights and needs new lights like inside the actual car.
Yeah. So I might just put that in miscellaneous again. So brake lights, B car. So
this is where the guesstimating comes in, as we mentioned.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
They're like $6 or $7.
Yeah, I think about about 12 bucks. I reckon maybe.
Like a packet?
Yeah. I reckon we get out about 25 bucks. That's the.
So we have your family's birthday dinners.
Okay.
So we've got 2 of those.
Yeah.
So if we're down maybe 60, so 30 bucks for each.
Family dinners. 60. Yeah.
And then the last thing, which was for Benny, is that there's a whole heap of winter stuff on special at the moment. So I wanted to see if I could buy him some winter stuff. So if I could have maybe an extra $20 for Benny Dobber. So $40 in Benny's category.
Okay, so baby stuff, we'll put 40 altogether?
Yep. And that's it.
And that's it?
Yes.
Okay.
So, show me that green box.
Dun, 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 dun. So it's looking good.
$122.
Yeah, so it's still up $122 still.
Mm-hmm.
So, a couple things we can do. Obviously, we can put it into extra savings.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, if we meet this budget as it is, we're going to be good for
to meet our savings
goals. So we'll add this to our savings, and that way we can put it in the savings column here. And dun dun dun, dun. So you can see here that it's gone down to 0, and that pretty much is how you do a zero-based budget.
Mm-hmm.
So, like we said before, this is on our case scenario. We have no debt, as you can see.
Yep.
So there's absolutely, it says that car one, but we have no debt in our budget. So we became debt free at the start of the year. So it means that every dollar that we have, apart from our everyday expenses and other things that we pay for, the things to live by, to live on, your rent, all that stuff. Apart from that, everything's paid for. So
can you give us an extra $22 for family fund?
I can do that.
So we put $100 into savings.
So put $100 into savings and put 22.22 into family fund. So yeah, it's entertainment.
So as we mentioned, you know, we're debt free. If you're trying to get out of debt, look at your budget. Look at the areas you can get rid of, because as you can see, we've got a lot of subscriptions, and as I said, the subscriptions because of where we're at the moment. That alone can save you hundreds of dollars if you take them out. You know, so that $100 potentially for you could be $100 going into your debt, $100, you know, to start wiping out that debt. And that's what we did when we were getting debt free, is that we look at our budget and go, okay, what can we completely wipe out so we can put more savings to wipe out our debt.
Yeah, so depending on where you are, do those things, make those changes. Some things you don't, like we said, you don't need those things. Like Audible, we don't need. It's more of a luxury now that we're debt free. So make those changes and look at your budget and see what you can do to make those changes to make it work for you. So yeah, so that's it.
Budget night 1 done.
Hope you enjoyed it. Talk soon.
Let us know if you've got questions.
Any questions at all, let us know. See ya.
Bye.